Hey everyone, so I'm back again for another review. This book review is going to be on Shine by Myracle. I finished this last night. I kind of took a break from it for a while. I finished this book and I was very mad at it. This was a very big letdown. Um, I, in all, I would give this book a 3 out of 4 stars. 3 out of 5 stars. There's a lot of things I want to say. Okay, I'm going to put it in the title. This is a spoiler video. So if you have not read this book and you don't want to hear the spoilers, do not watch this video. Okay, so the first thing that made me want to read this is because I had heard about the story. Well, I heard part of the story, and then I heard that it was basically the fictional story of Matthew Shepard. It also on here, right there, says that any proceeds from this book goes towards the Matthew Shepard Foundation. Great. I used to work for them, so I love them. I am very big with the Matthew Shepard story. I love the story. I love the message. I love what they're doing with his death and everything. I am so irritated that Judy Shepard let them put his name on this. Like, okay, first off, the guy that was attacked in this book, the attack was horrific. It was a lot worse than what happened to Matt. In this book, his name's Patrick. He gets beaten to a pulp by somebody with a bat, then gets tied up because he works at a gas station. He gets tied up to the two gas, like the gas pumps, and then a gas nozzle put down his throat, and someone wrote "suck it, faggot" on him, I believe. And which is 100% worse than what happened to Matthew Shepard. Patrick lives in the end. He lives. Sorry, that was like the biggest spoiler, and I'm sorry, but he lives, which is not right. Matthew never lived. The point of Matthew's death is that we're trying to make good things come out of it. That because he died, we're trying to help people and show that this is not right. And Patrick woke up in the end. And I'm like, well, Matthew didn't get to wake up, so why should this person get to wake up? If it's supposed to be a fictional story based on the Matthew Shepard attack. Then the other thing that got me mad the most. Okay, I understand it is statistically out there that majority of hate crimes, like anti-gay hate crimes, are not because the person is gay. It is just because of a crime, and then they find out the person's gay, and so they blame it on a hate crime. And I understand that. But when the Matthew Shepard attack was 100% a hate crime, this is not a hate crime. What happened to Patrick in this book appears, what I just told you, what happened to Patrick, appears as a hate crime. As you read the book, you find out that the person that did it, first of all, was his boyfriend. Second of all, I just ruined, like, the whole entire book. You found out Patrick's dead, and you found out the person that did it was his boyfriend. Oh, sorry. If you want to read this book, read it still. It's a good book, but sorry that I spoiled it. But it was his boyfriend, number one. Number two, his boyfriend did not do it because Patrick was gay. His boyfriend did it because he was on meth. So it was an attack at Patrick because his boyfriend went crazy because people were bullying him. Or not bullying him, but like said something about him. And so he killed him because he was on meth. That is why the attack happened. Because of a meth addiction. It had nothing to do with Patrick being gay. It had nothing to do with that. So it wasn't even a hate crime. So like I don't understand why they put the name, like, I'm happy that every proceed goes to that foundation because they should get as much money as they can because they deserve it, but this is not a hate crime. Like, it's not. The only good thing that came out of this book was to show people that that is not right. That it's not right to do something like that. Well, the first half, like, this much of the book that doesn't talk about meth, it tells you that it's not right to hate someone or do something that is horrible just because someone is gay. You cannot change the fact that someone is gay. You can't. There is no way on earth to change that. A long time ago, they used to have mental institutions because it used to be a mental disease if you were gay, and they would shock you to try to get the gay out of you. And it's just not going to happen. And so people shouldn't be hating on people just because they're gay. They can't help it. It's within our genes that we are. But like I said, I would give it a 4, maybe, or 3, maybe 4 stars out of 5. It is a good book. I'm sorry that I just spoiled it for you, but if you have read it, please leave your thoughts below. If you have any comments on what I said or anything, leave them down below. Other than what happened in the book, the characters were very good. Of course, I didn't know Patrick for half the time, but the way Lauren Myracle talked about Patrick, I think he could have had a little bit more depth, is that how you say it? Depth in him. He could have been a little bit more as a character, which I understand that it's hard because he's in a coma for the whole book, but I just think he could have been written a little bit better. The main character, oh God, what's her name? Kat. How could I forget that? It's my name. Kat was very good. I loved that she kept going after the truth, that she kept trying to figure out what happened, and it's so for gay rights. It's not even funny. I loved that. I saw, of course, I tried to compare me and her since we have the same name. I saw a lot of me in her because I want to try to do what's best for the world, and she's so driven, and she is so brave, and I love her. She's the main character. I love her. But yeah, so that was my review on this. If you have any comments, questions, anything, leave them down below. If you have any LGBTQ books that you don't think I've read or I don't know about or anything, leave them down below because I definitely love reading any kind of LGBTQ literature. And I will see you guys in my next review.